Welcome to the Love Secrets Revealed Telesummit. Today we have with us the most beautiful and talented expert, Riana Milne. Riana is a global certified life, dating, and relationships coach, certified mindfulness coach, educational speaker, and #1 best-selling author. Her mission is to help women, men, and couples of all ages overcome and heal from past childhood, dating, and relationships trauma to move on and to create a life and relationships they are passionate about it. Wealth Insider magazine named Riana as one of the top 10 coaches to follow in 2022. How amazing. And the same month, she was featured in Forbes magazine. Having published 2 best-selling books, Love Beyond Your Dreams, Break Free of Toxic Relationships to Have the Love You Deserve, and Live Beyond Your Dreams, From Fear and Doubt to Personal Power, Purpose and Success, it is her mission to change the way the world loves. How beautiful. Welcome to the Telesummit.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
My pleasure. My entire, what a treat. I am going to start right away. And I would like you to start talking a little bit about toxic relationships and what is it that make us be drawn towards the toxic relationship.
Okay, well, be careful. I could talk all day on this.
Oh.
Okay. So really what it comes down to is 100% of us have unhealed childhood trauma. This is a direct connection and correlation to attracting partners that will lead to love relationship trauma. Now, most people will say, I didn't really have childhood trauma. They're thinking of it as a big event. Let's say a car accident where they might lose a limb. That's a big event. That's actually what we would call big T trauma. But most of us have what we call little t trauma, which is ongoing emotional events that impact us in the future in life, love, and business. So a little t trauma, there's actually 10 childhood traumas that I name. However, an example would be like being bullied. For example, I was bullied really bad in middle school. I was called a nerd. I was tall and skinny and gawky, and I was a swimmer and teased because I had no shape. It was horrible. So, I remember those feelings, right? Those feelings are stuck inside of us until we do the trauma recovery healing work. And if you don't, it could lead to you feeling not good enough or codependent or addictive relationships, all different kinds of outcomes that we don't want. Or we end up sabotaging the relationships we really need because we don't feel worthy of. So we might hold on too tight or be more demanding or controlling or those types of things. So that's where toxic relationships come from.
Oh my God, that is amazing. I really, really loved that you mentioned that there is a capital T trauma and a little t trauma, because you're so right. Yeah. I think it was Sigmund Freud that said that even if we bring up a child, trying to keep him out of harm and of any kind of trauma, that event in itself will be traumatic for a kid because...
Well, the thing is, all parents do the best that they know how. And the research shows everyone who can identify themselves as having childhood trauma, their parents have it as well as their parents. So it goes through at least 3 generations. Also, deeper research on this did prove that it can change the DNA expression. And they did a huge study with Holocaust survivors down the lineage, and their DNA expression did change, or they tend to be a more highly anxious person, because the survivors, of course, going through that type of big trauma on a daily, ongoing basis, both physically and emotionally, that changed your gene expression. So those that were able to get out of the camps and had offsprings through the lineage, through the generations, the DNA did change.
How
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder if it's so deeply ingrained in our cells memory, in our DNA, in our even 3 generations past. How can we heal it? Is it possible to break the
Yes, I do
cycle?
that every day. That's what I do. Yes, it's a very highly specialized field. First to go on to be a CCTP2, which is advanced level, which is certified clinical trauma professional. I had to have been a licensed mental health counselor first. So I've been a licensed mental health counselor in private practice 23 years and took the advanced credential once I started asking the questions, why am I attracting toxic partners? So it wasn't the therapy that taught me anything. Triple masters, you would have thought, graduating summa cum laude, I would have learned all that. But no, I did not. It was when I went through love trauma and my partner looks at me and says, I don't know what's the matter with me. I sabotage everything I love. And I said, I don't know either. And my mind is scrolling through the psychological manuals. And I said, but I need to figure it out because that was a second toxic partner that I had. And going through all the emotional stuff of his repercussions of what he did that ruined our relationship. First, I stood up and annulled the marriage as my own attorney. No, annulments are very rare, but I was able to get it. And the judge asked me to be an attorney. I said, no, thank you, Your Honor. I'm very happy being a coach and a counselor. I just want my life back, right? But then I went to 7 therapists, of friends of mine, to try to heal what I call love trauma. And nobody really heard of it, or just time will heal. Well, no, it's not that simple. So my research, it took me into the psychological journals, and I started writing the book, Love Beyond Your Dreams. Got to 400 pages. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to, put this material somewhere else. So I created 150-page workbooks, one for singles, one for couples. But it was in that journey that I learned, and I was at that point of, I don't know what I don't know. So if I don't know or understand what's going on with me, how could I possibly change it? So in order to change it, right, I needed to understand and grasp it. So from that research and from my ongoing work as a therapist, working with people of trauma, I worked in a mental health ward with kids ages 5 through 19 and in the school systems from kindergarten all the way through college as a trauma counselor. And I worked in a drug and alcohol rehab, one for teenagers and one for women from the prison system. So despite the age, the cultures, the backgrounds, what they came from, the top 10 traumas kept coming up. So at that point, I put together my assessment tool called the Childhood Trauma Checklist. I started handing it to my clients. They're like, oh, wow, I can easily identify what traumas I went through. And then knowing their history and then knowing what's showing up for them as an adult, that's when I could put the puzzle pieces together. And I knew exactly how to help them from my research. So it's really exciting for me because everybody is a different puzzle. Like everybody has different traumas and levels of traumas and how did they react to that and what is going on for them now as an adult. So, it's all depending on that. And that's then when I move forward and then start doing all the tools that I have in trauma recovery. And then after we get that smoothed out, then I teach them all the dating and relationship skills that they need to know to have successful, what I call emotionally healthy, evolved and conscious love. And evolved meaning being your highest and your best self and finding someone else who is awesome and never settling for less.
Right. I love it. I love it so much. It's not only about what I call the transformation in your world, maybe the healing, you may call it the healing, I don't know. It's also about, yes, transformation, healing is awesome, but then we are there all healed, all transformed like a blank slate. And what do I do with this now?
Right.
So I love that you also teach them the skills and the abilities to be able to keep a healthy,
Yes, sustain over time, really super important. And, what I was finding is we could heal someone, but if they were still falling in love by chemistry, because this is what we grew up learning, watching romance movies and reading romance novels. And, oh, if he's hot, I'm in love,
Right. That
was
used
much
to be me.
deeper. And the real truth is chemistry is phenylalanine running around in your brain. It's like ding, 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 ding. Like, I like him, right?
Right.
So the body and the brain through homeostasis likes what it knows, whether it's good or bad. It doesn't decipher that. So if it recognizes a pattern from what you grew up with, it's like, wow, I know this. I like this person. This is chemistry. So this is why so many people get into trouble, and then they get romantic, intimate too early. And then we've got other chemicals attaching to this person. And before you really found out, is this the right one for me?
Right.
So, the women that are jumping to intimacy really quick keep seeming to attract these types of toxic partners.
Right.
So there's a whole lot to learn, what to do, what not to do, who is a good partner, who is not a good partner, whether 24 questions that I have my clients ask their dates. So it's not like you're just dating. No, we are doing what we call conscious dating. Yes. We're asking real questions and deciphering for ourselves, is this a healthy person? Is it not? And we know why.
Oh my God, I love everything. So many questions. If I had blurs, it would.
Right.
Let me pick one. So let's see. Okay, let's go with what in your expertise, you mentioned that we need to take time to let the relationship develop in a way. That's what I heard. So not jumping in the relationship just based on how hot he is.
No, that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
So what is the right way?
And what is the right way? How long, women, we like to know how long we have to, how many dates before we go to base, like.
Okay. All right. So let's start at the beginning.
Fun things.
The very first thing we need is mindset. We need to know psychologically that I am the whole package. When you're out there dating, you are looking for specific things and you refuse to settle. In the meanwhile, you have a fun, really filling single life, good friends, good activities, singles cruises. I speak on singles cruises now, and I'm helping to book them through my company, International Travel. Yes. So on singles cruises, you can get education, you can meet people. So you are having a full life while you're dating. But in the meanwhile, when my clients are working with me, I ask them not to date for a while, because they all initially come to me because they recognize that they have many of the traumas and they want them healed. So first is self-love. We have to heal the trauma, make them feel confident, terrific. I have a free assessment on my website, which is, are you really ready to date? There's 10 questions. You grade yourself 1 to 10. You better have 8, 9, and 10s, or you shouldn't be out there dating. So we work on all those things that are low. So that's like a guide map also for me on what I have to help teach them. But we heal the trauma first. That's number one. We rewrite the stories. There's all kinds of psychological tools that I use. And then second, what do you desire in life? Like my slogan for my company is create the life you desire and have the love you deserve. But part one is create the life you desire for you. And when you've got that, your energy is so up and you're so excited and you love life and you're walking in the room with this confidence and this energy. And then the law of attraction is part of it. But spiritually, your energy and your light is so bright. It's so easy to meet people. My clients have tons of dates. So then it's like going through trying to choose your best, whether it's from an app or meeting someone live, really trying to decipher, and you're still dating. Even if you like one, you don't stop dating. You date ongoing until one steps up and says, I would like to be exclusive, or, would you like that as well? And we are the choosers. We either choose, yes, I'm ready, or no, but I really like you. I like where this is going. Let's give it a little bit more time. And then we have answers for everything. Someone says, well, I'm not dating anyone else. Why are you dating? That's a simple question. It's simply, well, I'm really looking for an exclusive partner. That's something I'm taking very seriously. And I really love where this is going. And, if we decide together to go exclusive, I'm sure you'll let me know. So in the meanwhile, I'm dating. Now, what does that do psychologically to the male animal? The male wants to win the female, caveman brain. Okay, he needs to win the woman from the pack. So as soon as a woman drops everyone else, starts to calling him, starts texting him,
Right.
she is taking away his ability to be the male, to step up, to hunt, to romance you. So just, enjoy your life and look what comes together.
Right.
It's easy when you know what to do. When you don't know what to do, it's these repetitive patterns that are making people so frustrated about dating that they don't even want to try anymore. And that's sad because everybody does really want love in their life.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. Every single body. I mean, I have worked with so many women and in different settings for business, for peak performance, health, other areas.
Mhm.
And when they really, really got real, the ones that didn't have love, they were like, oh, forget about it. I really want to find my forever soulmate. It's
Yeah.
something that as women, do you have any idea why as women we are so wired to be in a relationship with a man? Why
Well,
is it so important for us?
cavewoman brain, we are the child bearers. Okay,
Right,
so men are geared for attraction and to procreate the race. That's
right,
why you see in every profile of a man must have chemistry, must have chemistry. They can't help it. They are geared and wired for attraction first. That's why I said, ladies, step up, take care of yourself, do your hair, do your makeup, dress fantastic when you're out on a date, because the men do have a 5-second rule. They're sitting there. You should get there early. They're sitting at the bar, or the table at the restaurant. They watch you walk in, and it's either yes or no.
wow.
Like, wow, or
5 seconds.
yeah, okay, this will be a fast date. And they know before you even get to say anything. Okay, so the attraction factor is real for men. And for my men that I coach, I say you must take your time and not try to force intimacy quickly.
Right.
Because a woman needs to feel safe. She is a childbearer. She can't help it. So when men say, oh, all she wants is money, no, she needs to feel, if you're my man, am I secure with you? Can you help take care of me? Do you have my back? So it's not just financially, it's every way emotionally, right? So we are hardwired for that.
Right. It's like primal.
Yes, it is.
Wow, how beautiful. Oh my goodness. So you said something that that touched my heart, and I would like to hear more about it. You said that the man is sitting at the table or at the bar and he sees the lady, and 5 seconds. I remember the movie with anyway, it reminded me of a movie, but 5 seconds to decide. And you said even if she, whatever she says after, it won't change that. Is that true? It couldn't be that one.
Well, I didn't say it won't change it.
Okay.
I'm just saying initially he's very excited to meet you, or he's kind of
Okay.
Yeah. So attraction is just how the men are.
Right.
A good clue, ladies, you could say, so do I look like my profile? And if you hear something like, no, you look so much better, it's because your energy is now here where the picture is flat and has no emotion. Right. So now if you look like your pictures, and by the way, never lie on an app, put your age on, be proud of who you are. Don't start meeting someone with a lie. I think women make a huge mistake. If you date younger, say, and I date from the ages of 55 to, whatever, say that, but don't lie. And be totally authentic and proud of who you are. And that energy comes through. And men do like very confident women that love their life. So if you have your life together in that 10 scale of do you have your life together, then psychologically, I am going out, I am the whole package, and I am not settling for less. That is the psychological preparation of where I get my clients. Then they have all the skills of what to do with dating, with flirting, what to say, not to say, the rules. Somebody ghosts you, our people just say, next, thank you, God, for showing me he's not the right one. We don't take any of that personal. And there's a lot of women like getting devastated over ghosting and this and that. It's like, look, you can meet jerks anywhere in life, and you can meet fantastic people anywhere in life, whether it's on an app or live. So you are the chooser. You choose to move on. Next, move on to the next one. So it's a big psychological mindset game. That's why mindset is such a big part of what I teach. Also, the psychology of dating successfully, huge. You got to know what to do, what not to do.
Right.
And then having all those psychological traumas from your childhood that might have gone into love relationship trauma. Because if you don't heal that, you take that wounded soul or the old stories of the victimhood into dating. And I hear a lot of coaches say to people, especially women, you have to be vulnerable, you have to be vulnerable. I say bullshit to that. Okay,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if you ask Alexa, which is, a box I have on my desk, Alexa, give me the definition of vulnerability. It says, open yourself up to being weak and attacked.
Yes.
My people are not attacked and psychologically weak. Okay, they're very confident and empowered. So
Right.
I teach, be empowered and speak your feelings, but you don't have to put in all the garbage from your past and the last relationship, because the past you cannot change. And it's not failure, it's only feedback to do something differently and to get help. If you keep repeating the pattern over and over again, that's breaking your heart. You are stuck in a childhood trauma and love trauma cycle. And you have to get that cleared up before you go back out there and date again.
Right. How beautiful. I have another question that keeps popping up, and it's probably going to be the last question because I don't want to keep you here forever. But I read the statistics. I am not sure how accurate they are to 2023, but it said something like 50% of first marriages end up in divorce. So my question is, are that 50% of women that get married when they finish college, whatever, when they're in their 20s, and they do stay successfully married and happy in the relationship, I wonder what makes them different. Is that luck? Is that they had good role models growing up? You probably, with your experience, you have thought about everything. So
okay, well, let's get into that a little bit. I have a brother that's been married 40 years. He has a wonderful, beautiful relationship, and we did not have the best parental foundation growing up. So, and we came from the same house. So sometimes that's a factor, but my brother learned he wants to be a certain way as a husband and not take, what he was modeled into his relationships. But let me go into what the research shows from my Love Beyond Your Dreams book, page 294.
Oh, great.
This is what can help you love beyond your dreams. First is a solid foundation, meaning you have your life together and that partner has their life together. There's no and others, you're confident individually, and you share the same type of moral values. Second is flexibility. You have a very open mind. You allow them to have their own opinion on things, who to vote for president, to be vaxxed or not vaxxed. We're not there trying to converse anybody to do what you need to do, so open-mindedness, caring, understanding, emotionally open, allowing for loving, empowered conversation. The third F, fidelity, meaning you are honest, loyal, and you have integrity. I described integrity as doing the right things when nobody's looking. So you both have that. Friendship. You are each other's best friends, your buddies. You have a good time together. You laugh together. You have a ton of interests in common that you love to do together. So there's respect, reliability, kindness, and you act like a best friend to each other. Think about your lady friends. How long have you had best friends? Like my best friends have been 22, 23 years. Right, my girlfriends, and I have some guy friends that have been with me that long as well. And they're my buddies, right? So do you have the ability to be a buddy and a good friend also to your partner? Fun, what are your common interests, hobbies, your shared activities? So those are the 5 Fs. Now we have intimacy. There should be emotional showing through words or text, the tone of voice. It's a fine art of how to love someone over time. Communication is huge with that. And so is intimacy. So showing loving concern on a daily basis. Fulfilling romance, both partners do that, not just left up to one partner. Another is the ability to compromise, negotiate differences, accepting and being able to apologize quickly and admit your fault and be responsible, step up. If they're not able to do it and you're the one apologizing all the time, then we have someone that's not emotionally healthy. And so it's impossible to be emotionally healthy and evolved yourself and stay with someone who lacks integrity, can't communicate, is a screamer. If you're into emotional abuse, I'm the first one that says, get out. If they don't want help, they don't think they need help, yes. Balanced individuals. So both partners enjoy healthy self-esteem. They're proud of their life and who they were in their career. They have good income. They're not in debt. Is their life together. Find purpose and gratitude in their work. Are they serving the world in some way? So maybe their job doesn't do it, but they volunteer for, to teach a team for young kids or something, just giving back. They have a great heart. And then spirituality is one of the top ones, believe it or not. You're two spiritual individuals, because spirituality is a way of being 24/7. It's not about going to a 1-hour service once a week, which is called religion. Okay, spirituality is a way of being, and we always worry about, is the other person okay? Right. So we are team players. If it's good for me, it's got to be good for him too, or it's a no. Right. So what is good for you and the other? That's one of our quotes. So the spirituality and kindness of each person for your partner is really essential. That keeps sustainability over time.
Oh my goodness. You just moved me.
That's one page in my book.
I know. I'm going to get your book.
There's a lot of great info in there.
Yes, I'm going to get it for sure, for sure. Thank you so much, Riana. Thank you.
Oh.
I mean, I'm in awe. I'm just so inspired and moved by your sharing. And I know you have something, a free gift for our viewers. Will you mind to share it?
Of course, I always come bearing gifts and a lot of them, but the best place to start is my website, which is my name, rianamilne.com. And on there, it's really important that you first see the childhood trauma checklist. So there's 4 free love tests. Do them because that's where the list is. Okay. Second, I have a free ebook, How to Have the Love You Deserve, right on the homepage. Download that. That's free. And with this summit, I'm giving 2 other free ebooks, which is part of my Life and Love bundle. So make sure you download those. And I also have a podcast called Lessons in Life and Love. I have 116 shows. Really fun one I just did with 5 men from the cruise ship. Single men tell all why they cruise and how, they commit to women. So it's a fabulous show. It's a 3-part podcast. First part's coming out this week. But really great information on my podcast. So enjoy all the free resources that I give to you. And I just want to really encourage you all. Remember, now is the time. Don't wait. Do create the life you desire and have the love you deserve.
I love it. Now is the time. Now is the time. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Welcome.
You're a
Thanks for having me.
Woman inside out. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to stop it. Upgrade to join the VIP exclusive package. Maximize the difference that this interview series can make in your love life. The VIP package includes 2 additional VIP-only coaching and training sessions after this challenge to make the shift you want to make to create the loving relationship you want. That is an additional week of coaching and training. A private 20-minute one-on-one coaching session with me to set real goals, remove your blocks, and get your questions answered. A free ticket to the Get Ready for Love Masterclass, a powerful training session that will help you create your unique love vision and jumpstart you to create the love you want right away. On-demand access to the library of Upgrade to join the VIP exclusive package. Maximize the difference that this interview series can make in your love life. The VIP package includes 2 additional VIP-only coaching and training sessions after this challenge to make the shift you want to make to create the loving relationship you want. That is an additional week of coaching and training. A private 20-minute coaching session with me to set real goals, remove your blocks, and get your questions answered. A free ticket to the Get Ready for Love Masterclass, a powerful live training session that will help you create your unique love vision and jumpstart you to create the love you want right away. On-demand access to the Library of Experts interview. These recordings will only be made available to VIPs. And emails from me updating you with all the links and dates for the VIP extra trainings, coaching calls, and resources. Amounts to a total value of $1,100. Today, you can access it for only $47. Click on the button that says Join VIP now for only $47. Looking forward to see you there.